Hey guys, welcome back for another video. Here building off the mini series on how to improve your rotation in a downswing. So start picking up where we left off, where we talked about maintaining depth and width in transition, right? We want to make sure we're not folding up. We want to make sure we maintain the depth. To keep building on that, if you can maintain your depth and your width in transition, we also want to feel like we keep the arms, the hands, and the club as back as we can, okay? Anything that throws this club behind us, anything that keeps the arm strapped to your chest is going to help you rotate more. It's a thing that promotes more rotation in your downswing. Because if your arms leave your chest and you rotate, you'll be way outside in. If your club head gets thrown outside your hands and you rotate, you're going to be way outside in. Things that we usually don't want to do, okay? Because even if you get good contact, the ball flight will be it's not going to be very functional. You're not going to be able to play very good golf when you do that. So things to be aware of. As you keep the depth, building off of that width and depth video, as you keep it, you can loop things back like we talked about, keeping the arms, hand, club back. You also want to keep this club head behind the body, behind the hands, okay? This is where my hands are. This is the club behind the hands. This is the club outside the hands or in front of the hands. If we keep the club head back as we shallow it and continue to keep it back, you see that the club head starts tracking down. The more back and down the club head goes, and I repeat, the club head goes back and down, not the hands, okay? The more the hands come down, the more the club head stays high, which is not a rotation piece. Because the steeper the shaft, which is the club head above the hands, and you rotate, again, you're going to be way outside in. So as you loop, as you keep things back, as you shallow and downhinge, if you can shallow and downhinge and keep this club head traveling back behind the hands and down, this is a very, very important piece that promotes the most rotation. If your club is here and you try to tilt, you're going to hit the ground. The only way for the club to get back to the ball is if you rotate, okay? If I'm here, I tilt, I'm never going to get back to the ball. I'm going to throw my hands and club at it. If I'm here and then try to rotate, I can get back to the ball, okay? Like you can try this really where you make a decent backswing, you keep things back, you shallow and downhinge, feeling like the club is low to the ground behind your right foot, behind your right shoe. If you tilt back, no chance of hitting it. If you rotate, you can actually hit it. That's why we want this club head traveling back and down. That's why we want to keep things back in the downswing to promote the most rotation, okay? So in building off of that depth and width in transition and building off of keeping your arms back, keeping your depth in the downswing in transition, we also want to feel like this club head travels back and down through the wrist so that we can rotate through the ball because it promotes rotation. So very slowly here, if we do it in one motion, really making sure this club head travels back and down behind us. Like that, it should promote the most rotation as we come into the ball because things are very far back, okay? If I do one where I get the club head outside my hands, out this way, you're not going to hit a very functional shot if you actually try to rotate, okay? So the important thing of this video here is really make sure the club head stays back and down. Really make sure you keep your arms and hands back and let that club head go back and down through the shallow and downhinge to help promote more rotation, okay? If you lack rotation, this is something you may want to exaggerate on doing. So hope that helps. Hope that makes sense. Any questions, leave it in the comments below and we'll catch you guys next time. Thanks, guys.